What's up, y'all? Welcome to Randomly Selected, powered by the Silver Room. That didn't sound like powered, but powered by the Silver Room. Today, our guest is my guy, Mr. Dave Jeff. What up, Pop? We talked to Dave about his beginnings. We also asked him about the time when he used to rhyme. Well, he still does rhyme, but he used to really rhyme. And that crew he used to run with, too. We talked about that. We also talked about people associating Hyde Park with the Fly brand. And how does that feel to him? How does it make him feel? Ladies and gentlemen, Randomly Selected is proud to present Dave Jeff.
Okay, I say this. I was conceived in Chatham.
Word,
Right.
okay.
My family had a house on 82nd and LaSalle.
Whoa.
Right, 82nd and LaSalle. And then, where Dave Jeff initially just came from. You know how like in school it's a Michael Smith or a Michael Jackson or Michael Johnson or something like this. So it was a couple of Davids in the classroom, and so I just the teacher kind of named me. Okay, well we have Dave Jeff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
And that just kind of stuck.
Really?
So that's just been that. And yes, my last name is Jeff, because people be like, man, is it Jeffrey? Is it Jefferson or whatever? Like, nah, two first names. Two first names. Jeff is my last name. My mom, being a single mom, always wanted to, be better, do better for us, for me and my sister, or whatever. And so Hyde Park was her better for us. You know what I'm saying? The water was her better for us, and all that. And so, we've lived in Hyde Park probably since I was like 7, 8 years old or whatever. Used to live on 51st and Ellis. 51st and Dorchester first. 51st and Ellis. That's where the infamous quarter party is. If you ask people to talk about the quarter party,
You know.
yeah. And then on my own on Everett and things like that. So definitely a High Parker.
Yeah. And something I'm going to tell you that you don't know. Mm-hmm. When it was after the Dem There stuff.
Okay, so you're going to go. Let's go.
Oh, for sure.
Let's go.
It was after the Dem There stuff, and we will definitely get into depth about that. But I was listening to WHPK one night.
Okay.
You and I had a conversation like a week before this where you was like, man, I'm done. I'm good. I'm not rapping. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm done. I'm like, yeah, okay. You got some more left in you. And I turn on HBK, and I hear somebody just flipping the fuck out, and it was you.
Oh yeah.
And it was like the middle of the night. I don't even think you said your name, but I knew it was you. When all of that was happening with Reggie No and Dem Dare and all this stuff, man, talk to me about what that was like.
Pop, that was like a culture movement. And you know how when you are doing things, you don't really know you're doing things until you have to kind of go back and be like, oh man, we did this, we did this, we did that. That was like the beginning. I'm not going to say the beginning of hip hop in Chicago, but that was I don't want to overuse the word. That was just a vibe that was just created. That was just like cool, like that the city had never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at this at being, hip hop early.
Yeah.
You look at Chicago being a house disco type of thing, or whatever, and we just had our own type of thing. It was a great thing. Reg just was a beast. Reg was one of the flyest dudes in the world. Tone was one of the illest dudes on the table. Bebe was one of the dopest businessmen. Reno, Clay, you know what I'm saying? All of the guys. And it was just a dope collective of fresh. Of fly, for lack of a better word.
Y'all were hard though. It wasn't like you were like, there was no softness.
Oh no, because
all.
because I mean you had me and Tone, coming from Hyde Park.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys was really from out west.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And out west, ain't nothing, no punks out west. You know what I'm
I
saying?
haven't met one yet.
And right. And not to say that Tone was just gangster brawler, whatever. And not to say I just was either. I mean, I might have been more in the street than Tone at the time or whatever. But I'm just saying, yeah, like wasn't no punks. We was definitely fly for all the right reasons in it, and and just that was the life. It was a good life then. And then to be able to go to parties popping, just, see our beautiful women fresh too, you know what I'm saying? Fresh, sometimes fresher than you. Yeah. The music being right, you know what I'm saying? Just that era, that time was just good.
And not to take anything away from any of the other fellas, but I look at you, Tone, and Reggie, and where you all have gone, and the things that you all have done globally, and it is.
Can't forget Reno. Reno just won a Grammy.
And Reno just won a Grammy.
Just won a Grammy.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that. Those things are lightning in a bottle. That doesn't happen all the time. It's kind of like in the music movement with house music. That what happened when we were going to Playground and going to see Ron Hardy spin. That ain't never happening again.
Right.
It can't, because it just can't happen.
Right.
Again.
But it's new. It's some new Ron Hardy. It's some new Daves. It's some new Regs and Tones or whatever. Definitely in pockets right now that I'm sure that you'll see soon enough.
I had a chance to talk to one of the newest aldermen here in Chicago, Nicole Lee.
Okay.
And when she said, where are you from? I was like, I'm in Hyde Park. And she goes, Fly. And I was like, you know about Fly? She's like, yeah. I said, have you ever met Dave? She's like, I've never met him, but I love his stuff.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you.
When she said that, it then really dawned on me that, in as much as we make things for us, because the best consumers we know are each other, right?
Yeah.
People see what we do.
Yeah.
And the fact that she picked up on that, like, man, she didn't like, oh, what part of Hyde Park? Or, she Fly.
Mm-hmm.
That must mean something to you.
It does. Like, once again, like I'm telling you, like it trips me out, no cap. And as guy hears me talking to you now on here or whatever, every other day, it's something like that. So somebody telling like, man, like I was in the mall and I had on a Fly hat, and somebody has a Fly story. You know what I'm saying? They tell me to DM me, see me, show me, or something like that or whatever. So no, I mean it's an amazing feeling. It's a great feeling. It has me to understand and definitely realize that is definitely a God-given thing, and y'all haven't seen the rest of it. Y'all haven't seen not even half of what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think about guys like you and Mello Rosario. Shout out to Mello. And other cats who...
Mello, that's my dog.
Yeah,
right?
that's my man.
Yeah.
Cats who do what you guys do. How much of an influence was Tony Fernandez on y'all?
Oh, the biggest. Like so in a former life, I went away for a while and came home. Short time. Nothing crazy with it like this. Almost 6 months or whatever. I came home. My first job back was Tony Sports, and Tony Sports basically changed my life. Like, Tony Sports was where I called it retail college. Like, we actually were going to do a collab called Retail College, like a Fly Tony Sports collab, because Tony was doing some stores before he was going to do some other stores before his passing, and it was just pop. That was the epicenter of retail and the beginning of fashion or whatever. I mean, pop, you got Diego came from there, Vale came from there, Shannon came from there, Autumn was there, Reef was there probably the shortest period of time. But Reef, I mean, I'm just saying, like, my man Charlie Wiley, who's a heavy at Nike right now, whatever. Like, we all worked on T Squad. I mean, everybody that has kind of come from there are really like pushing, in some form of fashion, in fashion, or the industry of it. So just like I just say, like, Tony Sports was retail college. It changed my life to a point where I was able to, stop doing, whatever I was doing before, and really probably make good money there. Like, I mean, like $1,500 to $2,000 a week is not bad. No. Because you're selling and you get commission, you know what I'm saying, and you fresh all the time, and you get to see people and dress people, and you get to build with the brands and everything like that. That was a great time, I talked with Dave about humility
And I also ask him about what he's done and what his influence is. I ask him about what's inspired him to be the family man that he is as well. And how dope is it to be able to build brands? Here's Dave Jeff on Randomly Selected.
Just my mom, Pop, and being grounded in me. Like, I know who Dave Jeff is. I'm Dave Jeff pre-fly, post-fly, post-Brewfest, Summerfest, whatever you want to call it, whatever. I am Dave Jeff, and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, when people realize and understand that, I'm not gonna say like they power, like they superpower or whatever like this, but Pop, I know my influence. I know what I've done, and in it, yeah. If I don't bark about it all the time or whatever, that's just that ain't what it's for. You know what I'm saying? Like real, what Jay say, real G's moving silent. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I mean, if you ask me, I'm gonna talk my shit, Pop. We can talk. We can go down, whatever, perspective and everything. But I mean, that humility is definitely. Shout out to my mom. God rest her dead, Kim Jeff, the realest G. You know what I'm saying? And instilling me and being confident in me, a long time ago. Yeah, long time ago.
You have a very unique family. Mm-hmm. They're my peoples. Mm-hmm. I every time I see any of y'all, I am always like,
you talking about my wife and the girls and right.
They got your back.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you all have each other's back.
Yeah.
But it is so rare in this time that we live in, where that family is, where a tight family is a big deal. And I know you mentioned that your mom was a single mom. Mm-hmm. Did that put in you, when you were young, that look, whenever I do finally meet someone and marry them, I'm gonna have a family. This is not gonna happen to my kids. I'm gonna be there, the whole deal?
Pop, to be honest, no. That I'm not gonna say that was the driving factor. I mean, I just think like me not knowing my dad like that and being a product of a single family home, I've once again in humbleness and understanding the world as we see it, shit happens, man. Things are what it is. Like, that man ain't here. That's his problem. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I talked to him. I finally met him when I was on tour. I saw him face to face when I was on tour. I say that. I was in Boston or whatever for a sneaker pimp show because whatever, it was in Sneaker Pimps, and just got a chance to see him. He pull up in a big body, big, you know what I'm saying? So in my mind, real quick, I'm like, okay, Dad is fresh. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. He acknowledged, like, oh man, you look like you're my brother's twin or whatever like that. So acknowledgement, there, whatever. But then, okay, I'm like, this is what I do. This is, whatever. He not to go deep into it, whatever like this. He was married to a black governor's sister.
Okay.
I'll let y'all do the math on that.
Yeah, I can
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On that, who was friends with
the
Obama here or whatever like that. Just, boom. So, but knowing that, and then, okay, boom, when you come to Chicago, because you're hanging out with Big Guy or whatever and stuff like this, man, Google me. Come walk through here. He told me he did one time, knocked on the store when the store was on 55th or whatever, looked in and didn't come in because he didn't see me. What?
Find me.
What you mean? Walk in, be like, man, I'm Dave's dad, and I guarantee you, somebody would have called me, text me, whatever, and all that, whatever. So I say that to say, like, that was never the factor of like, I'm just gonna be this great family man because my dad wasn't there. Like, I mean, yeah, maybe subconsciously somewhere or whatever, but. Because I can't say that I've been the best dad in the world to on 100%. Just to honestly just be that, because I have two older sons, whatever. What you see, this togetherness and this greatness with Shimmy and the girls has been over a time of forming a Dave, Jeff, and Clay. You know what I'm saying? One removing the bad, keep adding to the good. You know what I'm saying? This businessman, this entrepreneur, these long nights, this being in the clubs, being on the road, being whatever and stuff like that, to where I'm in a point now to where like, nah, I can be kind of more hands-on or whatever, and this is the product. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
How much fun is it for you to be able to introduce people to brands and stuff?
That's a passion of mine, Pop, like of building brands. I like being able to give that perspective of the customer, of culture, of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? That some brands, bigger brands, might not see, realize, or anything. Or once again, to give my knowledge and hiccups, you know what I'm saying, of things that have gotten me to a point or whatever, and to give it to somebody else. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. Each one teach one, right?
Hyde Park Summer Fest is coming. You better know it. Dave Jeff has all the answers about it. We talk about his beginnings with it, and we get all the information, the logistics, the music, the vendors, the whole deal. Here it is. It's Hyde Park Summer Fest time on Randomly Selected.
Summerfest?
What's
Summerfest, Pop? I mean, at the end of the day,
Hyde Park Summer Fest.
The Hyde Park Summer Fest. At the end of the day, man, this is a long time coming. Marion was out here breakdancing, so we couldn't do it for like 2 years on the COVID side, on the variants, like him and the group, whatever group he was in.
The variants.
They were just, game banging, so we couldn't do it for 2 years.
Right.
I mean, it's just growth, man. It's like this year is, because the community has supported us all this time, that we've been able to grow. You know what I'm saying? So to grow from the street festival to this all-out festival, music festival, at the end of the day, that we plan to build to, rival your Lalas, to rival your Lyrical Lemonades and things like that. And I mean, I'm saying in size and popularity,
right.
in that. And so, I mean, this year is June 11th. 12th, man. It's on Midway Plaisance, and we've definitely have kept the DNA of our DJ, but we've been able to grow and add our national talent too. Like you say, the Busta Bus. We got Busta Bus. We got DJ Active too. We got Active. Active is going to be on Saturday or whatever. And if you haven't seen DJ Active like really get down or whatever, like he's kind of like a baby Jeff.
Yeah,
baby Jeff. You know what I'm saying? In that. Who else? We got Lupe doing the 15th anniversary of the Cool. So he's contracted to a 75-minute set. Ooh. So I'm sure he's gonna do it all. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it from start to finish. We have some talents that by the time this airs, you'll definitely know. Mm-hmm. So I'll just be like, they're beautiful. Yeah, right. They're beautiful. And then, man, our Mike P's, you know what I'm saying? Our DJ BG's, actually Roosevelt Treasure Chest.
Oh,
DJ RTC.
DJ
RTC is opening, and then I got my DJ, my personal DJ. Mustafa Rocks, you know what I'm saying? And then Jay Illa, so that's like our Saturday. And then Sunday, we're still gonna pull out some big guns for Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, by the time this airs, y'all know. But we'll go at it again. But at the end of the day, it's Jazzy Jeff, it's Marsha Ambrosia, it's Terry Hunter. We got Bulu. We got Melisha Bass.
Okay, really?
We got Wild Child. We got.
Can we slow down on all this talent,
DJ, right? DJ Alicia.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, Pop. So we gonna have a great time. A great time.
I think being on the Midway, I know that because I think by the time this airs, the other thing will be out. Other information. But I remember when.
It's gonna be some big guns. I just want you to know. Yeah.
I know that spot has always been kind of looked at as can we do something on that spot? Mm-hmm. Can you actually, because it's the way it's shaped, the way it's formed, the fact that there's some streets that are big and then there's small streets. It's a weird setup to play on. When I was a little boy, my dad would be like, "Don't you ever go over there unless I go over there with you." There's a whole bunch happening. How much of that are you guys going to have? For the people who aren't in Chicago that are listening, it's a long...
I say the majority of it.
Wow.
The majority of it. Like...
main stages and all that stuff?
Yeah, main stage is still like one stage. That's just the vibe. You know what I'm saying? My thing in curating the sound and atmosphere, whatever. Just like how you have the one mic, one stage, one vibe. But being bigger, it's gonna be LED, so you're gonna have this visual component that we didn't necessarily have here on 53rd. It's gonna be gated and everything, so it is a ticketed event this time. And people been kind of like back and forth about that, but y'all gotta understand, like, we gotta grow. Y'all gotta celebrate the growth with this. You know what I'm saying?
Those things cost money.
Yeah, Buster costs money.
Those things cost money. Those people cost
Jeff
money.
costs money.
Yeah.
Jeff has come on a very Jeff has come on a Dave, you are my brother price for a long time, and you can only do that so many times. Right. You know what I'm saying? We can only we've just grown, guys. You know what I'm saying? And so please celebrate that growth with us. Come enjoy it with us in that. But yes, Pop, it's like, I want to say, like, from Dorchester to basically Cottage. You know what I'm saying? Like right if you're coming from the east side, the Stony side, like right under the viaduct, or whatever, that first block is where it's gonna be entrance. And then if you're coming from the west side, the one block east of Cottage is where you're gonna come in. So basically, the whole thing, the stage is gonna be on Woodline.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's gonna be just activations all around it, vendors on the streets. I'm curating a Chicago market. Kind of like Division was kind of like a mini Complex Con. Mm-hmm. So I invited 11 other brands, to showcase, like, for elevated activation type thing. So you're gonna see, your fashion geeks, your leaders, your Black, your Inglewood branded, my girl Jasmine from J Scope, my girl Tina, my other girl Quinn is doing something dope, Fake Decent.
Nice.
Yeah. So just tried to grab some pieces, and you're just gonna see some elevated stuff. Don is gonna get down to
Don C.
Yeah, Don
What?
C. Yeah. So we're just figuring that piece out. Joe too. On just Joe probably won't do anything, but I think they're gonna do something with the community goods piece.
Nice.
His with that piece. So we're just figuring it out. Robotic Minds. You know what I'm saying? So that whole piece right there, like, give you, like I say, a mini Complex Con in with the fest over here, stage over there, food trucks, yada yada. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that sounds like a good time, brother. I will be there.
Great time.
I'm hoping that since I know you and everything, that you will think about it, brother, and let me.
You know me. You know me.
A little bit. Give me a chance to introduce an act or two.
Oh, come on, man. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that right. Like, it's just funny.
Because we were supposed to do that last time, and then
we're gonna do that right. And it's just funny though, the hitting up, and then people too. Just so we make this clear while we're on here, and so we have this platform, whatever. Our local guys, we haven't forgot about y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all just have to understand the programming is basically our plug and play from when we were supposed to do it the last time. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So we're definitely pushing for a more local engagement, of talent, and probably add a different stage next year as it grows or whatever like this. But please don't think that we forgot about y'all and we on this. Oh, they tripping because they went. No, we're not tripping. Once again, this has been planned, and for this was supposed to happen in 2019.
Yes, it was.
You know what I'm saying?
You were on the terrestrial radio show with me. We were like ready to go, talking about it, and then it was like,
shut it down. Right.
This bad boy
so
down.
I just hope people understand that, man.
Yeah.
To that, because we're all about we're all about us. Swain is definitely about community. You know what I'm saying? The fest is definitely about community. It's about big and small. Yeah, we're gonna get what we get from the big, and integrate the small, and we're just gonna live happily and harmoniously in Hyde Park.
And it's 2 days.
It's 2 days. It's June 11th and 12th, Saturday and Sunday.
I asked Dave if he sees himself ever expanding and moving outside of Chicago, and why Hyde Park? All the neighborhoods of the world, why Hyde Park? And what we can expect from Dave Jeff in the future that's new and exciting. Here it is. We wrap it up with Dave Jeff on Randomly Selected.
Definitely. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Pop, like, if I wasn't, if my wife wasn't so ingratiated, like, in what she's doing now with her daycare and everything like this, yeah, we'd be gone.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way.
No.
I'm just saying, just for just for other things, just for more water.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? You know, just other things, just honestly. But I mean, when that time comes, but Chicago is my home, man. Hyde Park is where it is. This DNA is like it's I have it tatted on me a couple of different places, different ways. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, like I mean, yeah, I've thunk of it.
Yeah,
you know?
and with that being said, you mentioned Hyde Park, and I cannot let this end without you really talking about Hyde Park. I'm going to not say anything, and I'll pose it to you. Why Hyde Park?
As far as what, living life, or just for anything?
Anything.
Oh, well, I mean, Hyde Park is beautiful, man. The people is beautiful, man. If you walk like that, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
beautiful, man. It's just like it's always been that way.
Yeah.
I mean, the mix of the culture is crazy. The school, like it's so funny because people think like the university makes the neighborhood. No. We the people make the neighborhood. Like I'm trying to say this correctly as everybody's is on it, but like I mean like 53rd over 57th all day.
Word.
You understand what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, like 53rd over 57 all day, no this to 57, but hey,
yeah.
You asked me the question, I'm gonna tell you.
Sure.
From my perspective.
I'm with you.
But I mean, man, just the people, man, the fact that anywhere kind of in the neighborhood, you're 5-10 minutes from the water, man. Like, go just chill on the water sometime, man. Just like that energy is just that the sight of creation like that is just like amazing once you just stop and just chill for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
You one of them walk up to the point people and just stare in the water?
Yeah, I sit there all day. Like, man, my mother passed, man. I can't even lie. I sat there and partook in a nice thing and just was there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I do that from time to time. Like I get on a bike and go from 47 to man. One time got on there with Gilkey crazy self, and we damn near rode to Evanston. You know what I'm saying? Like that was he will do it. He will do it. But just that water, that vibe, like of doing it. And then I go south sometimes, sit in South Shore Country Club, to sit on the other dock too sometimes or whatever. Like I mean, Chicago's is the bomb. It's a beautiful space, man. But Hyde Park is the middle of everything. It's South Side by the lake. You know what I'm saying? And if you take South Side and then you say the lake and it's just like you just merge it together and like go, what the kids saying now? It's a chef kid.
Chef's kid.
It's a chef's kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
The businesses, the people. You know what I'm saying? Like we got good food over here. You know what I'm saying? We got silver rooms and stuff like that. If they come down on this rent, you're gonna see another fly store over here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. That's a whole nother conversation.
Oh man, no, you know you're right. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah,
that would be nice to see another fly store. You know, well, speaking of the fly store, man, I hated that it was gone. It was there on 55th.
Yeah,
and then it was gone.
It was that was a lesson in business for me. I took on I had a partner when we left 51st. When I left 51st, or whatever, when the court did its remodel, you know what I'm saying, and now it's the new Harper's Court, or whatever. I just took on a partner to expand, so I thought, and it just didn't go as we thought it was. You know what I'm saying?
But it seems like it set up your successes, though.
Yeah. I mean, it did. It furthered what it. Yes, it did. I'm gonna say that. Yes, yeah. It was all supposed to happen exactly how it was supposed to happen, probably. And but just after that went more to showroom. Because the brand was just like it was a wholesale vibe, so it was in a lot. It was in a bunch of stores or whatever. And yeah, now it's just online, which is what I love. You know what I'm saying? The pandemic has definitely got the online cracking.
Yeah.
Like it is. And so even my space in South Loop is it's not a fly store, it's the alpha space. So it's the beginning of everything fly. It's basically my creative space. It's my office for, to activate and push and help build other brands that I do, whatever. And then when I release certain things that deserve certain energies or whatever, then it'll be a fly store for that retail time. You know what I'm saying?
What can we expect new from you? I mean, I can't say you've done it all, but you've done a lot in these many years. Not to date you to say how old you are, but what can we expect new from you?
Well, I'm doing a book. Yeah, I'm doing a book. You're gonna see these the brand. So look out for when you start saying the two first names brand. So I'm doing a book called Two First Names. This has been in motion for a while. Like I've had all these notes jotted or these things or how I'm gonna talk about this, that, and the other. And what really was the aha moment. When Andre Talley passed. And I went and did some research on his stuff, and he has a book called Teflon Trenches, right? And the Teflon Trenches is a dope book, but it's nothing but memoirs of him kicking it with all his fashion people.
Right.
And so I'm like, this is how I do it. You know what I'm saying? I have a million. Mario, I can tell you a million stories. I can give you a good story now, right? Okay, give you one good story.
Yes, sir.
So, and me and Jeff laughed and talked about this when he was here. Pop, the most gangster shit I've ever seen, manager-wise, was one time during Winter Music Conference, right? Winter Music Conference in Miami, okay? So shout out to Terry Hunter, because Terry Hunter is how I know Jeff and all that other things like that, because Terry's big brother, so he introduced me to them a long time ago, and they all wore the clothes, yada, 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 and then from there, we've just grown this bond. I'm a little bro, right? Pop, we are in Miami, and we're all together. So it's me, Terry Hunter, Kenny Dope. I think it's Todd Terry. I mean, it's a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? There, whatever. We're going to one of the parties, and Biz Markie is spinning, right? So if you know Biz or seen Biz and how Biz or got to know Biz, whatever, he's a jokester, and it's time. Pop is probably 1,000 people here. It's Miami. It's winter music.
Right.
We walk in or whatever. He's on the tables or whatever like that. He says, "Yo, Terry Hunter," you know what I'm saying? Say something to Terry Hunter. This man goes, "Bzz. I'm not shouting you out, Dave, until I get my T-shirt." I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, boom. So, okay, boom. Starts, goes back in. And so, that right there was funny. It was the greatest shout out for real. But just to be on that was his love, because we had, talked previously about whatever. But then got rested there too is his manager, Monty, right? Monty was cool, stern. We got to know he's about his business. He's about Monty was just about his business. That's all I can really say. I'm standing by the booth where Biz is spinning, whatever. The lady or whoever is running the thing is coming in and was just like, yeah, can you guys keep spinning? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Because I think Questlove was supposed to come on. And so Monty was like, okay, well, where's Quest? I mean, we about to go. We were only, boom. And so they kind of dipped off and had their little conversation. Mine is a party. Biz is still up there spinning, whatever. Monty came and just said, in the middle of the party. So whatever conversation they just had over there with this lady about Quest getting on these tables, somebody, he ain't like it. I guess it was past the time, or it wasn't going to be any other compensation to go any longer. He stopped the how to just like that, and Biz just kind of fell in the suit. Just started taking his headphones off, unplugged this shit. I say, yo, that was the illest in managerdom that I've seen. Like, okay, either we're gonna do this or this stops. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what y'all saying or whatever. We were contracted to XYZ. I don't care what he's doing, but we about to get off here unless. And he sure did press that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the book is full of so many of these things, Pop. Like the me and Jeff story, me Clark stories. I mean, real people. The Emery stories, Zoe stories. My sister Rita Lee, things that we didn't put together and things like that. That's like real pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like Swain, like shit. Excuse me. fest stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I bet you got plenty of those.
Yeah, because Swain is crazy.
Man,
but two first names. So that piece, me and Mello are doing a brand called BWS. About 4 or 5 years ago, Mello came up with this concept of this kind of like high top Wally. It looks like a Wally, but it's really like a wallaby mixed with a polo boot, with the thing, right? And it has a dope tongue on it. Well, when he first brought it out, it just never did what it was supposed to do, just how it came packaged and everything, whatever. We connected, just being my friends, my barber and everything, or whatever. And so, like, boom, like, guys, we got the Buddhas coming out of Italy, same factory as Fear of God, Amiri, same factory Don is doing this stuff in. So it's a quality boot, but it's not going to be $1 million and nothing like that. Right. But that right there has really kind of got a fire up under me of really loving creating and things like that. And then I'm just gonna take all of this stuff that I've been doing for these $1 billion companies, you know what I'm saying, Pumas and all that other stuff like that, and literally do it in this right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the release is gonna be like an album. You know what I'm saying? PR, photo shoots, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So that's what's been really good. Going on just now, just doing a lot of that stuff for Dave and what I got to do.
I am so glad that I met you. I'm glad I know you.
Thank you, bro.
One of the smartest moves ever was listening to you. It wasn't something you said directly to me. You talked about your faith one time.
Okay.
And it was a conversation that I think you had wrote out and you put it on Instagram. And you just talked about how important it was to be honest with yourself about your faith. And I took that and I was like, because I'm not, Sunday morning at church, here I am, Reverend, here's money,
right,
give me the communion, do all that.
Right.
But my belief system, I like to think is super strong.
Yep.
But reading that, it affirmed it, and then it made me go, you have to be able to have a very unique relationship with whatever higher power it is.
Whatever higher power. And as we were talking about even before we started this, about doing the work of staying in the good. You know what I'm saying? Staying in the good. Like, so many things are going on today. COVID, violence, this, that, and the other, whatever. You got to find the good in these things in some point or whatever, or you'll drive yourself crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just piss you off at one point of the day or whatever. At some point, you gotta go into the goodness of that creator that you believe in, whatever that is, whatever like that, and stay there, opposed to in the whatever the conflict is or however how you see it then and that, and then you're gonna live a lot long.
Yes, that is the plan.
You're gonna live a lot longer and probably have a way better life in that, because the things that you think about, do, and everything that you dwell on, you're gonna see. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I
you for having me.
appreciate you for doing this, bro.
Hey, shout out Eric.
Eric Williams.
Hey, shout out Eric from the Civil Room. Shout out Eric. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you so much, man, for being on Randomly Selected.
We still ain't talking about a whole bunch, but I'll come back whenever.
We'll back.
Whenever.
Don't worry.
Okay.
We're going to probably end up trying to sneak up on you at the Hyde Park Fest with a microphone.
Let's do that, man. Well, thank you. Thank you, Randomly Selected. Thank you, Chicago, for everything. I just got to ask, hey, is Chicago in the house? Let me hear you say, yeah.
Word. Yeah. We want to thank Dave Jeff so much for being our guest on Randomly Selected. You can get all that information about Hyde Park Summer Fest online. Look it up. Coming in from out of town, you better start making your plans. Next time on Randomly Selected, we welcome writer-playwright Natalie Moore. Looking forward to that. Everybody have a good one. See you soon. Peace.